Excuse me. New mug unlocked. This is a Steven Universe mug I painted this summer, and it has stars on the inside if you can see that. Today's beverage is Italian blood orange soda. Hi guys, it's Dustin, and today I'm in my jammies still because I wanted a comfy, cozy episode for today's Love Confessions. I've been documenting my love experiences for years now, which you can actually go back and watch, but for this series specifically, I wanted to document my experience dating for the first time, and this is the third episode. You can go back and watch the other two episodes if you like. But basically with the series, I just wanted to document my honest thoughts, sharing what I've been experiencing and what I feel like people don't really talk about it when they're dating somebody. So it's officially coming up on 6 months of me dating this person, and things are still going really well. Some milestones that have happened, first being I have now met their friends and they have met my friends, which I think is a big deal when it comes to being in a new romantic relationship, is like meeting the friends. Because I do think it's really true, like the people you surround yourself with are a reflection of you, and by meeting your romantic partner's friends, you kind of get like a vibe of who they are. I feel like a lot of people will get nervous about their romantic partner meeting their friends, but for me personally, I was fairly confident that my friends would like them. I wasn't nervous at all just because I feel like I read people really well, and I know my romantic partner is a really nice person and can get along with anybody and is just very, very charming. And call me Raven Baxter because I was right, they love them. But that leads into one of my main points I want to talk about, is now being a #1 prioritized person. So all my life, I've never really been a #1 on someone's roster. For example, growing up, I feel like all my friends and my best friends always had other best friends and friends that they liked more. I just feel like I was always left in the background. I was always a second thought. I literally have a whole song about this pretty much. It's just always being the friend who no one really cares about, or at least puts in the energy into. Like if there was a room full of a bunch of people they knew, I wanted to be the person they ran to first to talk to. And I think that's a very valid and important feeling to experience. And I've had this dilemma in the past about how romantic relationships are always prioritized over platonic friendships, and the fact that I hate that. And I think often it's because in a romantic relationship, you are someone's #1, you are their priority, which kind of makes romantic relationships in the hierarchy above a platonic relationship. But I still believe that a platonic relationship, you can still prioritize a platonic relationship #1. It's just rare to find that. And if you do have that, you are so lucky. But personally, I've never gotten to experience that. So I'm gonna talk a little bit more about this later on. I've always been an advocate for a platonic relationship, you know, and I don't want people to think that now that I'm in a romantic relationship, that all those beliefs and opinions I had are gone, because I still truly believe in those things that I said in the past. I just hate the fact to be someone's #1 prioritized important person, you have to be romantically involved with them. Oh, hey! I didn't see you there. I was just admiring my painting I did recently, getting back in my painting bag. Oh, you can see it up there still. Cool. I've been trying to get back into my creative hobbies. If you did not know, I used to paint. And I actually just used to be very crafty in general, which brings us to our sponsor, Craftsy. If you did not know, Craftsy is your resource for all things creative. And it's an online community of creative makers. They offer over 2,000 classes for makers of all skill levels, and with step-by-step instructions in over 20 categories. We're talking knitting, we're talking cooking, painting, sewing, and way more. This is perfect for the DIYers out there, which I know my audience are. I know y'all be crocheting, I know y'all be knitting. You can find endless inspo, advance your skills, and discover new hobbies. And you'll be taught by experienced, award-winning instructors. Some classes I'm personally interested in is thrift flipping, how to upcycle fashion finds, and watercolor portraits step by step for drawing and adding vibrant colors. I've actually had these watercolors for years and I still have yet finished them up. They are so beautiful, but I don't really know how to use them properly. So I'm gonna be taking that class so that these watercolors do not go to waste. But there were also some other cool classes I wanted to show you guys. Double knitting fundamentals, textile art, create one-of-a-kind fabric. I don't know why, but I feel like my audience is the type to like bake bread as a hobby. So I just thought I had to share that. And of course, we got a little deal for ya. The first 1,000 subscribers to click the link in the description will get a full year of premium membership to Craftsy for only $1.49. Offer is valid for new members only. But yeah, learn something new on Craftsy, and thank you Craftsy for supporting this channel. But that's all to say is that I, for the first time, am experiencing being someone's number one. Because I never really experienced that my entire life, now being able to experience that, it feels so strange. It feels almost wrong because I think of it as like being the number one prioritized person versus friends that have been there for longer than me. Like I've only been in this person's life for a little over 6 months. We talked a little before then. To be this person's number one when they have friends that have been in their life for years feels weird to me. Like for example, I went to my significant other's graduation and I noticed like I was the person that they would text and respond to first. You know, like there were times where they weren't responding to their friends that were literally sitting right next to me, but they would respond to me. And then another example is after the ceremony, like they texted me first right away and they were like, oh, where are you? I want you to meet some people, blah, 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 versus like their family or their friends or something, you know? I actually wrote this point down specifically right after the graduation because that was the first time I really experienced that or noticed that, oh, wow, I'm dating this person and I'm like the number one person they think about right now, which is kind of crazy. And that sounds a little bit like self-indulgent maybe, but I don't know. I think you guys get it. Like, you know, in a romantic relationship, that's the person you're thinking about most of the time. I think one of the main reasons why it feels weird to me is because I've only been in this person's life for a short amount of time versus their friends that have been in their life for longer than me. Yet somehow I'm a person they put a little bit more care and attention to because I'm their romantic partner versus just being one of their platonic friends. And that kind of just shows the example I've talked about in the past where I've discussed how I hate the fact that that happens. Because personally, I've experienced when my friends get into relationships, suddenly I'm no longer a person that they prioritize anymore. Like suddenly some of my best friends get into a relationship and this person that they've known only for a short amount of time is more important than me, and they'll like ditch me to go hang out with them or spend less time with me to hang out with them. And I always hated that idea because I'm like, I've been in your life for longer and I offer like just as much love as they do, yet they're more prioritized than me. And obviously there's other factors, like there's, you know, sex and like, you know, the physical love of it all. But I don't know, I hate that, and I hate the idea of me being the number one prioritized person and then their friends feeling that. Does that make sense? That's why I feel like every time something comes up in this way where they are trying to prioritize me, I'm like, no, like go hang out with your friends, like make sure you think of your friends. Like I'm always quick to like dismiss that because I know how it feels. Like I personally think I do a good job at prioritizing my friends and my romantic partner equally. It does help that I'm in a long distance relationship, so they're not around me all the time. So like when they are here, obviously I'll hang out with them and then I can go back to like hang out with my friends once they go back home. And kind of snowballing off of that, the next point I wrote was throwing away platonic love for romantic. I just hate when people do this. I hate when someone gets a boyfriend or girlfriend and suddenly they're no longer around you. Looking at all the times where my friends personally have ditched me for their romantic relationships, I'm now looking at them and I'm kind of like, why did you do that? Like, because I'm in a romantic relationship right now and I'm perfectly able to balance both and make sure my friends feel important and loved and my romantic partner feels important and loved. It's possible, so I don't understand why people will ditch their friends who have been there for them for years and years and show them love just for a romantic partner that they just met. It just doesn't make sense to me. But now being in a romantic relationship, it almost confirms to me what I was saying in the past, that I was correct. Like, this is a possible thing to do. And people who do that, you're just being a crappy person. You're being a bad friend. While I'm in a healthy romantic relationship right now, I still stand by in the past when I've said it is possible to live your life with just platonic relationships. I think why people prioritize romantic relationships is because it's almost like a signed contract that they will prioritize you number one no matter what. And I think with a platonic friendship, there isn't really a contract. It's kind of like you're just doing it. But I think if everyone treated their platonic relationships with as much energy as they do with their romantic relationships, I think we'd all kind of just thrive in a platonic society. That's saying a lot for a person who's literally in a romantic relationship, but I hope you guys understood what I was saying. Moving on. Next little milestone is we said I love you for the first time. And we set this around 3 months. Now, I will say I wasn't the one to initiate it, okay? Because I have this sort of like timeline rules in my head where first being, I think when it comes to a talking stage, you should talk for 3 months. At least 2 to 3 months maybe. If you are getting into a relationship before then, I feel like that's a little too early and you're kind of like going in a little too quick. And if it's anything past that, that's a little strange. Why are you guys talking for so long? Is this a situationship? Because I've heard people who being like, I was in a year situationship. Bruh. What? What? You guys were dating then. And also, another timeline thing I had was saying I love you. That's more of a 6-month range. But then cut to 3 months in, and my romantic partner says I love you, and I'm like, oh, I did not know we were doing this right now. It's actually really funny. How it happened was like, we were hanging out and they were like, when is it too early to say I love you? And I was like, well, you practically just said it right there. I've learned from this specific experience that while the timelines in my head are like good little prompts, you don't have to follow them, and a successful relationship can grow outside of these timelines. And I'm not gonna lie to you, saying I love you was hard for me. I did say I love you back just because I did feel that, and I actually was journaling a few weeks before they told me. I was like, I think I might love them, but I think it's too early, like, I don't know, like, let's feel it out or whatever. So I did have that, like, speck of that feeling. So I said it back, but then I was, like, discussing with them what that meant. Like, what did I love you mean? How did you know you love me? And from that discussion, I learned that there's levels to I love yous. Like I always, you know, you see in the movies and you see people talk about saying I love you, and it's a really big thing. It's like this big passionate, like, I love you with all my heart, I'll give you everything. Like that's kind of how I've always looked at I love yous. But then from this experience, I learned that there can be levels to I love yous. Like this I love you is like, I just really care about you. I call it a level 1 I love you. I care about you. I do feel like I love you. And then obviously as longer you're together, the levels of the I love yous kind of grows, like the impact of it, the passion of it. I feel like definitely now from versus a few months ago when we said it, it definitely means something different now. When I say I love you, it's like, I'm way more comfortable in the feeling. I truly mean it way more, and even with like a harder impact, if that makes sense. It's more confident now. It means something different now versus 3 months ago when I said it, when it was more a little bit of a lighthearted I love you, I guess. But also I think it's just because I didn't grow up in a family that said I love you a lot, and like words of affirmation isn't really my thing. Saying I love you just kind of felt uncomfortable in general. Like it just felt odd it felt foreign coming out of my lips. I think the longer we are together, the I love yous will grow in meaning, if that makes sense. So that's something I learned. My next point is kind of describing how I act in a relationship and just little things I picked up. First being is I am so incredibly lazy whenever I'm around my significant other. I feel like every time we're around each other, all we're doing is just like laying around, being lazy, and we're just constantly tired, which actually I learned that there's a reason behind this. I'll put it right here. Apparently when you really like someone, you just feel a lot more relaxed. It releases oxytocin or something like that. So if you're ever around someone you really love and you keep feeling sleepy, that's probably why. Being a person who prioritizes productivity, it is not great when I'm around my romantic partner, I'm not gonna lie to you. This is really cringy, but I talk in a baby voice. I don't know why it happens. It just naturally happens when you're around your romantic partner, you just start talking to people like, hey, like, I don't know. It's so cringy when I catch myself doing it though. I'm like, why am I talking like this? Why did my voice just jump an octave? Who am I, Sabrina Carpenter? But yeah, I noticed like I just speak in a baby voice and it's gross and cringy. Like I don't even realize that I'm doing it. So sometimes when we're in public, we'll both just speak in baby voices sometimes, and I'm kind of like, we are both grown people. But it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's natural. Everyone does it, right? I don't know. Cringe. Lastly, I want to talk about the art of a soft launch, and that is because I've been soft launching. I've been soft launching my relationship because honestly, I'm too scared to hard launch, even though I have hard launched on Patreon. So my patrons have been able to meet and see who I'm dating. We actually filmed a whole Q&A video as well as an extended podcast episode, which honestly a lot of y'all are nosy because I didn't get a lot of patrons until I posted those things. So I see you. Well, and I don't know when I'm actually gonna hard launch, we'll see. But that being said, I still have been soft launching though, and I kind of wanted to review some of my soft launches. Like, I follow a lot of people who do their soft launches. I'm like, ooh, that was like really creative. Like, it is an art form. Like, people get really creative with their soft launches. Let me actually look on Pinterest and see what are like the best soft launches. Like, I wanna review some soft launch ideas. Okay, first we have the classic handhold. Now this is fine. I would say this is like very not creative, very basic. Moving on. Here we have 2 shoes. Oh wait, no, okay, at first I thought this was just 2 shoes, but in the reflection is their silhouette kissing each other. This is a good soft launch. I would rank this a good 8 out of 10. This one's like sitting on each other.
Name something you like your girlfriend to do to your face.
I'm gonna say sit on it.
Yes! Sit on it!
It's very Tumblr. I like this one. Okay, some of these are not really a soft launch that I'm seeing. A lot of them are just like hard launch. Like, I think the definition of a soft launch is you can't see their face. I was actually discussing this with one of my friends. She was like, why did you doodle out the face of the person you're dating in your Instagram post? And I was like, because it's a soft launch. And then she was like, that would have been a soft launch either way. And I was like, no, it's not. Like, once you can see the face, that is a hard launch. Like, the whole point of a soft launch is like hinting that you're in a relationship and like it's a mystery. I think the mystique of it all makes it a soft launch. Once there's no mystique, once you can just see the person and you know they're dating, that's just a hard launch. This one's really cute. I really like this one. I think this was also a TikTok trend. The 2 eyes, like putting your face next to each other and taking a picture of your eyes. Oh, this one's cute. It's like a little photo booth moment. I love a good photo booth soft launch. Although I think a little basic is the shoe tying one. Oh my god. It's like they're like using their food to like cover each other's faces. They're using a record to cover their faces. This one, I'm gonna rank a 9 out of 10. I would love to recreate this. Now, it would be wrong for me to judge these people's soft launches and not judge my own. I don't think I've done too many, so this might be quick. Here we have a TikTok where I am doing this trend where people like sit in their partner's lap, which looking at it now is kind of cringy, but I thought it was cute because we were climbing and like the whole trend is like you're supposed to be like matching shoes, matching outfits kind of, and we were both climbing, wearing climbing shoes. So that one kind of did numbers on TikTok, so period. And another one is I do these collages on Instagram to kind of just like catch people up on my life through collaging scraps of paper and stuff I collect through the month, and like concert tickets, movie tickets, stuff like that. So here is one, and in it you can see photo booth strips of me and my romantic partner, but I scribbled out their face with like cute doodles. There's like hearts, there's stars. I think this one's a pretty cute soft launch in my opinion. I really love it. And also in the back, you can't really see it that well because I covered it with papers and stuff, just keep a little bit of privacy, but there's one of the poems that they wrote me. So yeah, those are my soft launches. That is the end of today's love confessions. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys have any other topics about love you'd want me to talk about, leave them in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and leave a comment. Actually, I'm going to be giving away one of my tote bags. Comment and put your Instagram at the end of the comment, and I'll be giving away one of my tote bags to you guys, because if you did not know, I do have tote bags, merch, listed on Depop if you want to show some extra support. And if you'd like to show even more extra support, I have a Patreon with bonus content on there, and I have music streaming on all platforms, as well as a podcast that's on YouTube and Spotify. Thank you guys so much. I love you guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye.